I've had some taken out of my bottom for putting my lips. That's, you know, because my husband doesn't know where he was taken from.
Oh,
And every time he kisses me arse, you know. But
that's
he doesn't
lovely.
know.
Hello everyone, welcome. Today we're doing the final resting place of Ivy Tilsley from Coronation Street, the little pocket of dynamite. And in real life she'd got even more scandalous stories than the fictitious one. So it's a good one, don't miss it. I've just got to go over there and we'll soon get into the story. So she was born Jean Dudley and she changed her name to Lynne Perrie when she became an actress. And then of course the most famous name of all, Ivy Tilsley, or Poison Ivy they called her. she was quite I don't know, quite a sort of rough character, wasn't she? And I've got to be honest, in real life she was not the most ladylike person in the way that she conducted herself, let's put it that way. But she started showing me this really young. When she was 14 she became a singer in the working men's clubs. She worked for 6 shillings, which would be about 30p in today's money. Doesn't sound much, does it? But it's a long time ago. So we're virtually here now, but there's quite a few people that have been to a service, so I'm going to be quiet because I want to be respectful. But we're here, look, I'll just show you. That's the march section. That's the bit where she was dispersed. So we'll go look at the gardens. I'll just be quiet for a moment and I'll continue. That's it, they've gone now. Well, you know, these places, it's a very big day, isn't it, you know, and the last thing you want to be doing is laughing, but I'm always very aware of that. But anyway, we're here now. I'm going to show you. That's the crematorium. Let me spin. Woo, there we go. Yeah, quite a lovely spot, isn't it? So I know whereabouts she was scattered by what I've been told from the office, and this is the March Garden there, so we're going to go to the area. And I'll show you the spot. But she was a singer in the working men's clubs, and then she actually did the support acts for the Rolling Stones, the Beatles, all this kind of thing. She did the first gay night for Peter Stringfellow at his Hippodrome Theatre, or Hippodrome Club, should I say, not theatre. So she was quite good, and she was called Little Miss Dynamite. No, she was called Dizzy. That's it, Dizzy. That was her first name because she was full of energy. And then she became Little Miss Dynamite. So she was a little woman with quite a punch, wasn't she? But like I say, she wasn't probably the most ladylike person. But I mean, you know, people are what they are. It's a lovely day. Look at the gardens down there, look, hang on. There we are, can you see? But I know the little section, that's all the march section there. But the thing with her was that later on she became a little bit obsessed. She'd been noticed, I've got to get this in the right order, she'd been noticed in the film Kes. She had a part in that. And that's what the producer saw, and that's why she got the job on Coronation Street. It got her into the spotlight kind of thing. And it was quite a good part, was Coronation Street. But in 1994, she was quite vain in a way, and she wanted to look younger. She liked a lot of young men, you know. And she had a lip stump, and and they became sort of too big, a bit like Leslie Ash did. They called her Trout Pout. I actually met her on Where the Heart Is. I had to bump into her into Chemist over and over again till we got it right. She was on a depressed. This is not Lynne Perrie, this is Leslie Ash, and I could tell you some things about her, but I'm not going to. No, I'm not. Anyway, back to Ivy. Oh, let's call her Ivy, because that's what we all know her as, isn't it? Not Poison Ivy, Ivy. She had the lip stump, and she didn't ask permission, and she changed her appearance. And she said on interviews she'd had the tissue taken out of her buttocks to put into her lips. And she made the joke that her husband, when he kissed her, was now kissing her bum. But, you know, there were things that she did in clubs, and I'm not going to repeat them here because I'm too much of a gentleman, but she was trying to appear young, and you know, that's crazy, isn't it? Don't you love those adverts when they're on and they say, do you know, wrinkle-free cream is the biggest selling product for cosmetics, and you get this 28-year-old beautiful woman and all these 50-year-old women trying to look like about putting the cream on, you know? No, crazy. Yeah, health's what matters, not all that stuff. You know, people do not bother. They're too busy with their own lives to worry what you look like. When my hair started going, it worried me a bit at the beginning, and suddenly one day, bing, I suddenly thought, yeah, it doesn't matter. And from that moment on, it never did. So don't get obsessed by your looks. And I'm going to give you a little quiz today, but I'm not going to give the answer for a certain reason. Why do women paint their lips red to look pretty? What's the psychological reason behind it? Does anybody know? Lynne Perrie attended Rotherham's Girls' High School after passing her 11 plus. When leaving school, she trained as a dispenser at Boots. She later abandoned her studies to concentrate on singing as a career. She was born the second of 4 children, with a younger brother, Dougie Brown, who was a comedian. Lynne married carpenter Derek Barksby on the 1st of December 1929, and on the 14th of October 1950, she gave birth to her son Stephen John Barksby on the 14th of May 1951. Her terminally ill son came to prominence in the 2000s campaign for assisted suicide. Stephen died on the 1st of April 2016, aged 64. In her biography, Lynne admitted that she'd had several affairs in the course of her marriage. Unbeknown to the public for most of her working life, she and Derek Barksby, her husband, had lived separately. Derek chose to live alone in their Yorkshire home, while Lynne took up residence in Salford to film Coronation Street. After a few public separations, Lynne insisted in 1996 that she and Derek were back together for good. It was Lynne's role in Kes which ultimately led her to getting the part as Ivy Tilsley in the soap opera Coronation Street in 1971. The show's casting director, Paul Bernard, had seen her in the film Kes and cast her without an audition. She first appeared as a minor character, but the producers were sufficiently impressed with her performance to offer her the part of a most substantial role. She became a recurring character from 1972 and was later promoted to the main cast in 1979, when the character moved into Coronation Street with her family, husband Bert and son Brian. The character became infamous for her interfering acid tongue, earning her the tabloid nickname Poison Ivy. On February the 5th, 1994, without consulting her Coronation Street bosses, Lynne had cosmetic surgery that involved having tissue from her backside injected into her mouth to supposedly gain fuller lips. The results were unflattering, and Lynne was sacked from the show by producer Caroline Reynolds after 23 years as Ivy. Lynne denied that she'd been fired for having cosmetic surgery, claiming that she felt the character had simply run its course, leaving her with a decision. At various stages of her life, Lynne was addicted to tranquilizers and suffered side effects from the slimming pills. She admitted once to being addicted to gambling and confessed that she'd blown more than £250,000 over the years on one-armed bandits. Abuse of alcohol was another problem, and her heavy drinking eventually earned her the nickname Champagne Perrie. She said, "Although I polished off pints of the sauce, I was not an alcoholic, I just had no inhibitions." Lynne Perrie died in Rotherham, aged 74, on the 24th of March 2006, 4 months after suffering a stroke. And she changed her appearance, and this actor, so that was kind of the end of her career from that point of view. And it's a shame in a way, because, you know, she had a good career. Okay, I know where it is now. I've been told. Yep. You know, they don't put a marker here today, but we know the spot. The lovely guy in the office, he described it all to me. So I know where it is. What a shame there's no plaque, but never mind. I'm gonna lead you up to it now. That is the building there, look, of the crematorium. There we go. And it's the big tree here. That's it. That is the spot where her ashes were dispersed. And this is where her final resting place is. It's actually very tranquil here, isn't it? It's nice. All I can hear is the birds tweeting. We'll use the tree. That's the best way, isn't it? I'm going to use the tree as the symbol. I'll call you Jean because that's your real name. Hello, Jean. This is from all the fans that you had on from Coronation Street. We send our best wishes to you and all our love. So even though we haven't actually got a plaque, we're going to do the flower. And here we go. Let's pop it down there. There we go. There we are, Jean. There it is. So there we are. Goodbye, Jean. Or Ivy, as we knew her. So don't worry about your looks because people don't really care. They're too busy with their own lives. I know a lady who changed the colour of hair and nobody noticed hardly. Blemishes, they don't see them. They're too busy. It's your health that's wealth. And try and avoid the stress. People out there, you look at them, you think they've got the perfect life, but they haven't. Get into them, you get to find out they haven't. But avoid the stress as much as possible on the morning out. Breathe in for 5, hold for 2, breathe out for 5. It relaxes you, brings you down, relaxes your heart. Start the day on a calm, relaxed manner. Honestly, that's what counts, your health. So on that note, if you've enjoyed the film today, don't forget, give me the thumbs up and the comment. You know I love the comments, and subscribe. If you like it, there's more free content coming soon. Let's have some fun. We do well, don't we, considering the subject matter? I think we do have some fun with it. Take care of yourself. I'll see you all soon on Motorhome Beat Beat. Bye from me, Alan. Bye.